Welcome to the new folks. Oh, wait. Jesus is God forever. Okay. Well, while you're working on that, Gundam, I'm going to take Jesus is God forever. Hello. How you
Hey,
doing?
hello, what's up?
I'm not much. I'm doing pretty good. How's your Monday so far?
It's going good.
Good, good. Is Jesus is God forever good, or is there something else I can call you?
Yeah, that's a good name.
All right. I can roll with that. I can roll with that. So, did you just come in, or have you had a chance to sit in my live for a while?
Yeah, I just came in.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, let me explain real quick what I'm doing, and then I'll kind of give you an idea of what's going on. So, I'm practicing my hobby. That's called street epistemology, as you see in the hashtag. And street epistemology is simply a casual conversation about the study of knowledge. And so, what I like to do, Jesus is God forever, is I like to figure out what people believe, why they believe what they believe, like their best reasons, maybe two or three best reasons, and then how they determined it to be true, like what method
Okay.
they used. Yeah, and so I'll ask, and I try to stay neutral. But if you really want to know what I believe, if it will, like, if you don't want to talk to me without that, then that's fine. I can tell you, but I'd like to save it for the end, only because I'm more interested in what you believe. And it's not meant to debate or change your mind or anything like that. It's just to understand. That's all it is.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
does that sound good?
Yeah,
All right. Okay,
cool.
very good. So with that, I'm going by your name. I'm pretty sure I know what you believe, but let me just hear you say
What do you think I believe?
it. That Jesus is God forever.
Amen, brother. I believe in the
Okay.
Trinity. I believe in Jesus, and I follow him, and I love him. I actually have a personal relationship with him. Sorry, I have a
Oh,
speech
okay.
impediment.
No, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Um, a personal relationship. Okay. And when you say personal relationship, because I've heard that many times, it seems to be different for depending on the person. So how do you define
Yeah,
personal
exactly.
relationship?
So
Yeah.
that's the very definition of personal. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
different.
It's going to be different. Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay.
Yep, it's
And
personal.
yeah,
So
I got you.
if it
Okay.
was exactly the same, it wouldn't be like that personal. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be a personal relationship. That makes sense. Yeah. I think I agree with that. Okay. I think I meant it in terms of when they say it's different. The definition of personal relationship differs to them. That's what I mean. Like they have different ideas of what that means, but I'm gonna go with what you said. I kind of actually agree with that. It's a relationship is personal, which means it's gonna be different. It's my personal relationship. So on a scale of 0 to 100, um, how confident are you that God exists? 100 being
Uh,
absolute confidence, no doubt.
150.
150. Okay, that's strong. And
We can
um,
just say infinity.
infinity. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Infinity. Okay. And what is your best reason for um, your confidence?
Well, like I said, personal experience with him. He's revealed himself to me
Mm,
as the God of the Bible, as the God of Abraham, um, Isaac, and
mm-hmm,
Jacob. Um, Yahweh,
mm-hmm.
right? He came in
Okay.
flesh as
Mm,
Jesus and died for our sins.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you say revealed to me, because that means different things to different people too. What what's your best example of God revealing Himself to you?
Through knowledge, understanding, also different moments,
Moments like
miracles in my life that have happened that I could
Mm,
only ascribe to him.
okay. Okay. Um, okay, I got you. And what would it look like? What do you think your life would look like if, not saying it would happen, but if you found out tomorrow that this isn't true?
I mean, that would never happen. So
Yeah, I know, but I just said if.
I
So
know. I just don't like to
is
think
it,
of hypotheticals that will never happen. It's just pointless.
mm, well, okay, this might be a really short conversation because I do a lot of hypotheticals. So, um,
Well, I'm
is
just
it,
saying, like hypotheticals like that are just pointless.
why is that?
I mean, I could say the same thing to you. Like, what, what would happen if it's all true? Like, how would your life change?
Mm, I don't think it would actually.
See,
It wouldn't change
exactly.
very much. Yeah,
See, I could say the same thing.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I don't believe it's pointless. I guess we can go into the semantics of that, but I don't really want to. I don't want to debate about if it's pointless or not. I'm just wondering though if this is going to be a good conversation for you because I'm going to give you a lot of hypotheticals to think about, and if you're going to say it's pointless, it
I
may
think it's
not
kind of
be.
strange that your life wouldn't change if you found out it was true.
Why is that?
So if you found out that, so if the God of the Bible is true, right? All of it's true.
Hmm.
All the miracles, everything,
Yeah.
everything about salvation. Your life wouldn't change at all.
No, it wouldn't. I
Why?
don't foresee it as. I wouldn't foresee it as changing. No, I would still
So
wake up in the
so
morning. I would still go to work.
so
I
do
would
you worship
still.
God right now?
No, I do not.
Ex- So so you'd find out that he exists, right? You'd find out that
Hmm.
he did all these things for you, and then you'd still not worship him.
Probably not. No,
That
most
is
likely, high degree, highly likely, I would not. No, I
wow,
mean, I
that
would,
is absolute
I would.
rebellion and really quite disgusting.
Hmm, okay, well, I'll let you continue this conversation or not.
Yeah, I'm continuing, man.
Okay, well, let me ask you
I
this:
just think that's
Why is that?
absolutely abhorrent.
Why is that abhorrent?
It okay, if you found out the creator of the universe who created you and loves you
Hmm.
and all of it's
Hmm.
true, you're created for a purpose and you're created to love him, you would still reject him and not love him
Um, yeah, I would. I would still not. But why is that abhorrent?
because then that means you'd be doing the opposite of good. So that means you'd be doing sin. So that means you'd be doing things like murder, you'd be doing things like lying and deceit. So
Unaliving? Okay.
you're choosing the antithesis of him.
Am I? Are you saying that because I don't worship God now? Are you saying that anyone who doesn't worship God is committing unaliving, is lying, is
Those are
robbing
the
people, is
natural
raping?
entailments, yes, because when you reject God, you're rejecting
Hmm.
his attributes. So his attributes are things like um, goodness, justice, and stuff like that. So the antithesis of that. So you yourself, you are choosing the antithesis. So therefore, you're literally choosing the darkest, most despicable things. So
Are you saying then
it's
that
really quite telling that
if
you would say that. So you're really exposing your heart.
mm, are you saying then that if you found out God did not exist tomorrow, that you would start to unalive people?
There would be there's there's never going to be a time where God doesn't exist. Sorry,
Well,
like
that's
it's
not
just
what I
not a thing.
asked. I just asked you if you
But
found
I'm
out.
rejecting that as a conceivable possibility. There's no modality where that's a true thing.
What would you say to me if I said there's no possibility that God exists? I reject that. What would
I
you
would
say to
say
that?
that yes, I believe that that's true to you because God does blind people's eyes so they don't see him.
Then
If you
why is
don't
that
want God,
not the
he'll
same?
blind your eyes and you won't see him. He won't exist to you. So, which is what's going on right now, by the way.
Why isn't the reverse same? Why isn't the reverse the same for you though? Because you're saying, well, if I say that there's no possibility that God exists, then how come when I say to you, well, if you found out God didn't exist, you say, well, I reject that. That's not possible. How come it's not the same for you?
So what I'm saying is right now that um you see how you don't believe that he exists? Yeah, that he has hardened your heart and
Mm.
that's just like you just don't believe he exists. Like he's just non-existent to you, and that's okay. You reject him, you don't want him, and so therefore he doesn't exist to you.
I guess I'm trying to figure out then because I did say in the beginning how you figured out this is true. So what method did you use to determine that what you just said is true?
We can use I've used deductive reasoning and inductive
Deductive reasoning.
reasoning, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And are you infallible?
Am I infallible? I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily matter if I'm infallible or not.
Well, it kind of matters. Have you made mistakes before?
Not really. I mean,
You've never made mistakes before?
I make mistakes, but in this case, I didn't. I have not made any mistake.
How do you know?
I mean, it's glaringly obvious, and I have support with multiple attestation from over billions and billions of other spiritual believers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So is
So you
okay.
realize as an atheist, you're like the like smallest minority in the whole world.
So are you saying that because there's billions of people who believe what you believe, then you're right? Is that what you're
No, I'm
saying?
saying billions and billions of people are having spiritual experiences,
Mm-hmm.
and you atheists, you think that your worldview is correct for some reason. I don't know. It's just this weird, like
How
illogical.
so? How do I believe that my worldview is correct?
You don't
How
believe your
so?
worldview is correct? You just said, "How do I believe my worldview is correct?" You don't believe
Yeah,
your worldview
how
is
did
correct.
I well, I just don't believe in God. That's it.
So
It's not a
hold
matter
on.
of
You
what I
you
believe
just
is
said
correct or not. I just don't believe in God.
you don't believe you don't believe your worldview is correct.
I didn't say that at all. And I don't know if my
Well,
worldview is
you
correct, to be
literally just
honest
said
with you.
that, by the way. But anyways, we can
No,
move
I
on.
didn't. I didn't say that. Well, we can go back
I'm
and hit the
recording
recording,
this. You literally said
sir.
that.
Okay, play it back.
I'm not gonna play it back right now.
Well, then I didn't say it because I just
No,
said
you did say it. I'm
I didn't
recording
say
it.
that. I said yeah, so play it back. Play back what I
I
said.
can't play it back right now.
Okay.
It's
So
on
then how
screen
do I
recording on
know?
my iPhone.
Yeah, I'm recording mine too. And I can
Okay,
play it
well,
back
you'll
for you.
play
Would
it
you like
back
me to
and you'll
play it
see
back?
that you said that. Maybe you didn't mean it, but you said it.
Okay. That's not what I said. What I
Well, you
said,
actually
okay, then
did
I'll
say it,
correct what
and
I
that
said.
shows that maybe you're not aware of
I'll
what's
correct
going
what I
on.
said then. All right, I'll correct what I said. What I said was, I don't believe in God. I don't know if my worldview is correct or not to a certainty. There is a certain amount of confidence that I have it as correct, but it doesn't say, I did not say that I believe it's correct. I just said I do not believe in God.
All right.
Is that
So,
is that clear?
yeah. So I want to understand
Okay.
now your worldview,
No,
right?
that's not how this works. How this works, sir, is that this is my life, and I ask you which is the true religion, and then I ask you how you determined it to be true. So
Wait,
let's go back to
I
that.
can't start
How did you?
probing your worldview.
No, because this is my life.
Oh, you got a control problem?
No, not really. I don't
Well, it
have a
sounds
control
like it,
problem.
dude. You don't want people to probe you.
Is there? Okay, well, we can do this. Let's go. Go ahead.
All right. I just, and I'm
So
not
what's
trying to
my?
be
You want
disrespectful.
to probe my worldview?
I'm just, I want
You kind of are.
an internal
Let's
critique.
dial it back. Okay, sir. Let's dial it back a little bit. You are being disrespectful. So let's kind of dial it back a little bit. But go ahead.
Okay. So to start, um, what are your beliefs in regards to things like abstract objects and realism, things like that?
Abstract objects and realism. What do you mean? That can mean a lot of different things. So that's a very broad question. So give me an example.
So in philosophy, there's this idea of realism and anti-realism, and this
Okay.
is in regards to abstract objects. Like these are things like ideas or
Hmm.
numbers, things like that. And I'm asking, when I say this, do you believe that these things are concrete? Are they real things in the mind? Or are they simple, just constructs in the mind? Or are they just illusory? Like, um, are they separate from the physicality? Basically,
It
is what
would.
I'm
I would say
asking.
there. I'd say a lot of examples you gave are constructs. Like numbers are constructs. Um, like we just didn't discover numbers. We constructed a number system to help us do things that we needed to do. I see it as more like a tool. It's similar to a tool. Like you construct a tool to say help you hammer a nail, for example. That would be a construct. But to say that a hammer always existed, I would disagree with that. So I would say, but it kind of depends. I guess ideas are constructs because they don't just always exist. You come up with ideas.
Yeah. So what I'm asking is, are these things, these abstract objects, are they separate from physicality?
Um, in some ways, they are. Yeah, like you could say numbers could be physical, but some people argue that. So it just really depends who you talk to. In my estimation, I mean, if it's an abstract, yeah, again, it just depends what abstract you're talking about because like there's different types of abstracts in philosophy. Like if you talk about philosophy of art, abstract is a completely different meaning than say metaphysics or something like that. So it just
Yeah.
really
So then
depends. Like you could
you're going to
say
be going,
abstract art is a physicality.
yeah. So you're going to be going away from nominalism into dualism with that view. Do you realize that?
Okay. I don't know what that means, and I don't. Okay.
Yeah, nominalism denies that abstract objects are physical, basically.
Okay.
Dualism affirms this separation of the physical, and they call it more ethereal, like something
Okay.
more than the physical.
Okay.
There's two parts. There's a component that's different than the physical.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So many atheists are not nominalists in the sense that they don't believe that there's anything beyond the physical, right? They're
Okay.
materialists. So I was just wondering what you were.
Mm, well, I guess I don't know if I. Well, if I just said that. Okay, so you said abstract things are constructs and they're beyond. They're not material. But I just did say that it just depends what you mean, because some would argue that numbers are material. If you talk about abstract art, that's material. So I don't think I fit what you're trying to paint me as.
I'm not trying to paint you as anything. Um,
Well, you just said you're a nominalist, you're a dualist. That's painting me as something.
no, I'm saying you're going that route,
Okay. All right.
like in thought. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Um, yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to know?
Yeah, I want to know how do you ground consciousness?
How do I ground consciousness? What do you mean by that? I don't know what that means.
So you are a conscious observer, right? And you, as an observer, have a conscious awareness of a state of affairs with all the inputs coming in, right? So, how is consciousness grounded in the sense of where does it come from? One, and why are we able to observe ourselves? And
It depends
why
what you
do
mean
we?
by, well, there's,
Why are we able to observe anything? How do atoms, when they collect together, begin to observe things?
okay, these are, well, there's like four different questions there. So I'll take you might have to remind me which of the questions you're asking. So first of all, consciousness, as far as I know, has different meanings. So it depends what you mean by consciousness. So how about we start with that? Define consciousness so I'm on the same page you are. Because do you mean it as
Consciousness, I
I'm
would
just
just
awake?
say,
Because
let's
consciousness in the
see.
medical sense could mean awake. You're just awake instead of unconscious.
Yeah, your
That's consciousness.
cognitive awareness and faculties.
Okay, cognitive
Your
awareness and
center of
faculties.
cognitive awareness and faculties.
I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know because I'm not a. I'm not. I don't know much about that field or whatever. So I don't know.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna take off. But it's
All
great
right.
talking with you.
Yeah. Same. 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 Have a good one.
Yep. Take